everybody. Welcome back to the vlog. Thank you so much for once again joining me for tea time. Today we have a little bit of misty morning, a little bit of focus, combination, and a bunch of honey. Just a little bit under the weather the last couple of days. That's why I haven't had any new videos out as of late. Probably about, 3-4 days now. It's crazy. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I got sick and it's just been crazy. It's all this head stuff. But anyways, not to get into that too much. Let me start out by saying, before I get into this topic, and if you read the thumbnail, you know what it's about. I want to say thank you to all of you that have given me so much support when it comes to the brand new book that just came out that I wrote. You can find it on Amazon. You can find it on my site, JCristina.com. It's called How to Create a Digital Fort Knox, Backing Up Your Digital Life. And I wrote this because it was something that was very important to me. It was a means for me to take old parts, create this server, and now put all of my data into it that's redundant and it's backed up multiple places. And it just simply works out really good. It's a RAID server, but it's an unRAID server. And if you read my book, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, this is what the book looks like, right? So it's just... I've sent out a lot of signed copies of it already, and what I'm going to do at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how to get your signed copy for free. I'm going to send one out. That's all you have to do is just get to the end of this video. Sometimes it's difficult as I run on and on and on. But if you can make it there, I'll tell you exactly how to get a free signed copy. If you're in the US, you have an option to either get the PDF or the signed book. If you're overseas and you end up winning, it's going to obviously be the PDF because shipping, we never know what the shipping cost is going to be overseas. So anyways, I'll tell you about that more at the end of this video. So to start out with, if you guys remember a few weeks back, a meat plant, a meat company, it was called JBS, got hit with a ransomware attack, and basically they ended up paying up. They paid $11 million to get their data back. And when that happened, I was like, wow, that's just amazing. There's so much of this ransomware happening. And even before that, we were hearing it over and over and over. That was double the amount that Colonial pipeline paid to get their data back. Now, Colonial pipeline, when they went down, instead of not having meat, for US and Australia, like what happened with JBS, when the pipelines went down, all of a sudden, there's no oil, there's no gas, right? Throughout the entire East Coast and some of the southern states also was just shut down. So what did we see? We saw shortages, we saw gas lines, people panicking, and the company couldn't have it. So what do? They paid around $4.4 million, I think it was, to get their data back. So I was like, wow, this is really incredible to me because people are not backing up their data. And we're talking about large corporations, billion-dollar corporations that don't have like contingency plans. I just don't understand it. I simply don't understand it. I mean, as you and I, we have, if you're a professional, you have client data, which is really important that you save, right? We have reunions, we have birthdays, we have major events, sporting events, all kinds of things that we go to, vacations, that we take a ton of photographs of, as well as video, and these files are getting larger and larger and larger, and some people are not backing them up. And then all of a sudden, it's all gone. It is all gone. It's unbelievable to me. And this happens all the time. Well, this is what's going on in the world as we know it today. Ransomware has turned into like big business. They're there to make millions and millions of dollars, and that's exactly what they're doing. What I was reading through some of the tech journals about this is what these ransomware guys are doing is they are finding out, and I don't know how they do it, they find out how much the insurance policy is for a specific company, and that's how they base the amount of the ransomware, so that they know that the insurance company will pay it. All right? They're not going to charge more than what they're going to actually be able to get, which I thought was really, I mean, these people aren't stupid, obviously. So, and that's exactly what ended up happening here. But going forward, some of these insurance companies are saying, hey, we've been paying this for a year, 2 years now. We're not going to continue doing this down the road. All right? There's going to be there's got to be an end to this ransomware stuff. What will happen is they're just not going to cover ransomware. And if that happens, guess what? When these companies lose their data, they ain't getting it back unless they fork out those millions and millions of dollars. The insurance companies are simply not going to do it. So the answer basically is back up all of your data. And that's what one of the companies said. We need to have this contingent plan, this continuity plan, a contingency that will allow us to not lose everything if our data gets encrypted or something. It needs to be on multiple media in different locations, some off the internet, not connected. You would think that this would just be common sense, but common sense today is out the window. We all know that, right, guys? Pretty much. So this ended up hitting Fujifilm, that camera manufacturer that we all love, or a lot of us do. Well, they got hit a few weeks back also. I think it was at the beginning of June. They got hit with ransomware also. But the difference is Fujifilm, they didn't pay $11 million to get their data back. They didn't pay the $4.4 million to get their data back. What did Fujifilm do? Basically, what they did was they told the cyber hackers, the ransomware people, that's basically it. They gave them the one-finger salute. That was it. That was it. They took down their network for, I think it was about 3 days, as they figured out how deep the infection was, how much data was encrypted, how much was lost, how much wasn't. And then they rebuilt it. And within 3 days, everything was back just the way it was. From everything being taken down to it all being back up online with no problem whatsoever. Just like if nothing ever happened. This is what Fujifilm did in comparison to these other companies. And I'm just highlighting the meat factory, right? The meat plant, as well as the oil people, gas people. We're not talking about a lot of them, but there is hundreds of companies, banks, schools, local schools to me that have been hit. They're all paying up. And the reason they're paying up is because they do not have any type of contingency plan, no continuity plan. They have nothing that says we are going to back up our data and we're going to do it properly. And I don't even know how in 2021 that's even a possibility. Like I said, especially for companies that are billion-dollar companies, for government, schools. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. And like I said, we're talking about countless companies, schools, government offices that have paid and paid and paid. It's nuts. I mean, Fujifilm, they literally took down all of their networks from US to Europe to the Middle East to Africa, everything. They took everything down. And within a couple of days, it was all back, fully operational, back in business, just like nothing ever happened. That is the difference. That is the difference. So kudos to Fujifilm, to giving the one finger salute to these people and saying, you know what? We're not paying. That's just it. We're not paying. We're going to rebuild it. And since we made all of those backups, we rebuilt it in a couple of days, and you can basically go pound sand because we're not paying a dime. And they didn't. And that was it. So anyways, guys, like I said, I was going to tell you how to win that free signed copy, right? Or PDF. And it's really simple. That's all you have to do is in the comment area below this video. Now, not in the chat window during the premiere, but in the comment area below this video. That's all you have to do is leave a comment. Let me know what you think about how Fujifilm took care of it. Have you heard of other companies local to you that have gotten hit with this ransomware? What do you think about backup? And are you doing the 3-2-1 backup strategy? And if you're not, why the hell not? Maybe you don't even know what it is. You should look and figure it out. Google it. It's very important. Read my book. I currently have a free version of this book online, which is the prologue. You can go get it for free. You can go over to JCristina.com/books Find the free one, download it. If you like it, then you can, of course, buy the full book, right? And go down this journey with me. But if you want to get a free copy right now, that's all you have to do is in the comment area, let me know your thoughts. That's number one. Also be subscribed to the channel and click the little bell icon over here so you're notified when I put something out. All right? That's video or if I go live. And lastly, head over to jcristina.com/join. Join my newsletter. That newsletter is something I send out once a week or so, and I give you all of the information having to do with industry, the camera industry, video tech, that type of stuff, as well as anytime I go live with a new video, you'll be notified also through that. And what I'm going to do is on Friday, I'm going to send out a newsletter and I'm going to give the winner of that. It's going to be a randomly selected through the comments, all right, using an online source for doing that. So it's completely random. Okay. So that's simply it. Once again, if you want to know about this book and get a free copy of the prologue, go to jcristina.com/books, grab your free copy. Also, if you want to pick up one of my other ebooks that I have free, 10 Tips at Making Tax Sharp Images, go to the exact same spot. You can download that also for free. That's it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this. Once again, kudos to Fujifilm for really just standing up to these people and being able to stand up because they're smart enough to have many backups online, offline, everywhere, so that if something happens, there's always a contingency. And obviously, they have been aware of this and they have practiced this and they know what they were doing because they had everything back online within a couple of days, unlike these other companies that were scrambling around like chicken without heads. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for being here. Many blessings to you and your family. Stay safe and stay healthy.